Today, after the pandemic, we operate more than 42% of our routes only competing versus the buses. A guy that takes a bus is a very simple guy. It's a very simple mind. I mean, he goes to the bus terminal, purchases a ticket, and steps into a bus. Simplicity is the essence of the entire process, these 3 billion passengers. So if you want to compete with that, the first thing has to be your systems have to be simple and clear. 3 years ago, our most important pillar to sell and distribute was the web page. And I used to say we had to be careful in how much share of our distribution system we were giving to kayak or online travel agencies. When I came to Mexico 16 years ago, there were more than 4,600 IATA agencies in the country. Today we have less than 600 IATA agencies in the country. That tells you the change that we had, going from going to purchase a ticket in an establishment to going and purchase on the web. In Spanish, our mission says, con la mejor gente y a bajo costo hacemos que más personas viajen bien. That means in English, with the best people. We are the lowest cost operator in the continent, but we have the best people, and we don't spare money on having the best people in the right job. For Volaris and for the board of directors and the company, I mean, we always said that we are here to build the communities where we work. If you look at the pillars of the company, I mean, we talk about it has to be sustainable. Our profits have to be sustainable so we can continue growing the company. It has to be sustainable from the world perspective in taking care of our environment. So it's not that we will go out and do this massive transportation in a way where we are killing the climate, okay? It has to be sustainable. Changing the engines in order to reduce fuel burn, CO2 emissions, noise emissions, and 18% reduction of cost because of fuel burn. I don't think that the fossil fuels are going to be there at the cost they need to be in the next 10, 15 years, and we'll probably jump the fossil era into batteries or things like that in the aviation industry. It has to be sustainable from the employee perspective. I cannot conceive Volaris without what I call the family, okay? And it's important why I call it the family. First, I don't like to call them employees, I call them ambassadors, because they represent the brand. It's not just about mission and vision, it's about what it means to you as a person to work in a company. When the pandemic started, we were prepared. We had tools to work outside of the company, and we had a way of managing the tools. The day we moved out, on March 26 of 2019, this company had been testing the systems with Microsoft to operate on a remote way. The bottom line is Microsoft solutions were fundamental for us and were, I would say, the edge of the stone to really bring us back and accelerate our productivity and accelerate the way we recovered, which is probably the best recovery airline in the world. One of the reasons this company was capitalized at the beginning by the World Bank is because it was going to hit populations that had not access to something which is really important. Traveling, for your information, is the one single mechanism that converts a person into a middle class. And growing the middle class in an emerging market is fundamental. Marketing changes are not about doing big changes in the curves, but doing them slowly and penetrating in a nice way. We started being a company that was selling fares, I would say low price fares, but when we really were able to spin off, and was when we decided to start unbundling the price. And unbundling the price gave us a very low fare in the first part of the equation, and then we allowed the customers to select their ancillaries. Today, that represents more than 43% of our total revenues. And the people are supposed to pay less than what they think they should be paying, but it has to be a great trip for them.